One day, this will be you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually this moment comes for everyone. And when it does, there won't be any more distractions, no more emails, no more deadlines, no more chasing the next big thing, just silence, just you in the story of your life. And in that silence, one question will come, louder than anything else. Did I live a life I won't regret? If today was the end, would you be able to close your eyes and say, I did it right? Or would your heart tighten with the weight of all the things you never did, the words you never said, the dreams you left behind? Regret is a strange thing. It doesn't come all at once. It creeps in quietly, showing up in the moments when you least expect it. When you sit alone with your thoughts, when you see someone else living the life you wanted, when another year passes and you realize you're still stuck in the same place, waiting for something to change. The saddest part? Most people don't even recognize the moment they start settling for a life they don't really want. It happens so gradually, one small compromise at a time. You tell yourself you'll take that risk later, when things are more stable. You'll chase that dream when the time is right. You'll tell them you love them when you're ready, but the time is never right. The conditions are never perfect. And before you know it, the opportunities you once had are gone. Bronnie Ware, a nurse who spent years caring for people in their final days, wrote down the most common regrets of the dying, and one regret stood out more than anything else. I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Think about that for a second. People don't regret failing. They don't regret trying and falling short. They regret never trying at all. How many of us are living on autopilot, doing what we're supposed to do instead of what we actually want? Stuck in jobs that drain us, surrounded by people who don't inspire us, holding back from the life we know we're meant to live because we're afraid of what others might think. But here's the truth. The world moves on. One day you'll be gone, and the people you spent so much time trying to impress, they'll barely remember the choices you made. So why are you still waiting for permission to be who you were meant to be? It's not just about career choices or big dreams. It's about the way you exist in this world, the way you love, the way you show up for yourself, the way you spend the little ordinary moments that make up a life. Because in the end, those moments matter more than anything. Ask yourself, if you had just one more day, what would you do? Would you finally say what's in your heart? Would you stop waiting for the perfect time and start living the way you always wanted? Or would you do exactly what you did today, and the day before, and the day before that? The illusion of later is the greatest lie we tell ourselves. We think we have time. We assume there will always be another chance. But for how long? How many more times will you wake up in the morning telling yourself you'll start tomorrow? Imagine yourself years from now looking back at your life. Imagine seeing all the paths you could have taken, the dreams you abandoned, the love you were too afraid to fight for, the moments you let slip by because you were too busy chasing things that in the end didn't even matter. And then imagine the alternative, the version of you who took the risks, who loved fully, who followed their own path no matter what anyone else thought. The person who made mistakes, yes, but lived without fear. Which version do you want to be? No one ever lies on their deathbed wishing they had played it safer. They wish they had been bolder, that they had laughed more, risked more, loved more, that they had given themselves permission to live before it was too late. And it's not just about fear, it's about comfort. The things that make you comfortable today are often the same things that will make you regretful tomorrow. The job that's good enough but uninspiring. The relationship that's familiar but lacks passion. The routine that feels safe but keeps you from growing. Comfort is seductive. It makes you think you're okay, that you can afford to wait. But comfort is also the slowest form of self-betrayal, because years down the road, when you finally realize what you really wanted, you'll also realize you let it slip away. So what are you waiting for? If you knew your time was running out, what would you change? What dream would you stop postponing? Who would you reach out to? What version of yourself would you finally embrace? Because the truth is, time is running out. Every second that passes is a piece of your life you'll never get back. And one day, you will find yourself lying there, just like the man in the hospital bed, staring out the window, wondering if you truly lived. One day, this will be you. And the only question that will matter is, did you live a life you won't regret? If the answer is no, then don't wait for tomorrow to change it. Tomorrow isn't promised, but right now is still yours.